Pucks, Rimhacks.
Sure, like honestly, gimbals
So
are
gimbal's not better.
they're viable. They're very viable, especially if your keyboard and mouse. Like
I can't do size 3 to size 3 gimbals though, can I?
no, you can't. It'd be you'll be swapping like on that Gladius
Without a
day.
size.
You'd be
I'm going to
having,
size 2s.
you have 3 size 2s, but what you have to understand is you are in a group. If we're all together, we want to have as many shots on target as possible. If you're not hitting because you're using mouse and keyboard, and fix with mouse and keyboard is not great. I mean, if you're using sticks, I much prefer it. But if 3 guys are missing with size 3s and all switch to gimbals with size 2s and all start to hit, the target will be destroyed. We need to think in terms of the group and what you're using at the moment. The mouse will be enhancing your use of gimbals. You'll be much more accurate with it.
Are you guys in PU or Arena?
PU.
And Ethan is what about the Super Hornet? In the past, I'm flying many times with that. Of course, placing the nose down, so to have a person or on the front, wings, and have a big gimbal, just one weapon on the top. What about that? Because it's very fragile now, how is it?
It is indeed, and it's not the fault of the Super Hornet. It's a very good question, a question that comes up quite a lot. It's the same with all medium ships. Any type of Hornet variant, Super Hornet, Heartseeker, Ghost, or the Saber Comet. The problem with them at the moment... Hold on one moment, please, Dylan. The problem with those ships at the moment is they are in a no man's land. They're not that tanky compared to heavy fighters, and they're not that maneuverable compared to light fighters. When refueling and ammunition and armor come in, you're probably going to see that they're going to be more widely used because they will have larger ammo capacity but still be more maneuverable than a heavy fighter. It's in time they will be worth it, but right now the only decent ships that are worth it in atmosphere would definitely be the Arrow and the Gladius because they're more responsive, and if you've got a group in them, you're going to be far more effective. If you've got some heavier targets you want to take out, then you want to bring in some Hurricanes and some Sentinels. As you know, the Inferno and the Iron right now, they're constantly being tweaked. But the best thing you can do is dividing up your forces into multiple ships. So,
however, I would say don't underestimate multi-crew ships like the Retaliator and Hammerhead at the moment. They are very good.
that's true. That's very true. But for what you could do with one Retaliator, if you put all those guys into arrows and gladiuses, you'd be able to be far more effective with them.
Of course, you should have a mixture. You should have, if you've got like a 20-man org event, you should at least run a Hammerhead, then a bunch of fighters to escort it.
Sure.
I'll be back in I don't know, an hour or so.
Sure thing. I won't be here, Ed. If you just give some feedback to the group before you leave. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Good,
guiding us.
Good job, everybody. If you see me online, please, if you want to practice, or if there's 2 of you who want to practice, I will have 2 of you fight and watch the stream from each of your points of view, one after the other, and give you pointers. If you want to fight me, you can. You should be fighting each other in Arena Commander and Free Flight all the time if you want to get good. Thanks. Bye.
But he also forgot to mention, if you wish to join a combat group, then by all means. Oh, ding.
Yeah, but he's the fighter. You're the recruiter.
Mass driver
Are you UK there? There you go. Are you muted yourself?
So I got killed by Grimhex security.
Okay. You might have that.
That means you
Grimhex security.
Inside of Grim, and you
Yeah,
shot the shit
Grimhex security killed me.
Okay. I just had a question here from Toxic Plays. You still got talk. That talk imbalance. So, have you been dueling people today?
No.
Okay. You've taken no damage whatsoever?
Taking no damage.
last thing I remember was I logged off, came back on, I've got can't take off, I've jumped to Grimhex my clips, recording my Gladius, I've still got it, it won't budge.
Have you checked all the components in your Gladius?
Yep, everything's repaired.
I can help. You have your Gladius open at Grimhex right now?
That could be a character reset, not gonna lie.
Hadouken, would you like to have a combat?
Yeah.
Okay. Just target.
How long are you guys loitering for and doing this?
I will be fucking off very shortly. But, it's tragic, I know, but I think definitely doing this on a Saturday is much more helpful. If there's and we'll be running this if we get what I want to do is I want to get you guys into practice, and then if we can get people practicing, then we can start it off a lot faster. There'll be more practicing done on the weekends. That'd be great. But if we get any new players, then what I'll be doing is breaking them off into a different group and running them up to speed.
I know what a scatter gun is. What the fuck is a mass rifle?
It's like a projectile.
Are they good?
They're probably better now with the balancing, but
Want to try that? I'll slap.
Basically a cannon.
Also, people say
Ding.
EM missiles are the best, right? That grab?
oh, I got you. You good? Do you want to continue? Hadouken? Hadouken, are you there? I think he's got a work call. Fuck. Okay, I'll ceasefire.
Megafail, are you up for a fight?
Stick jump and then you hit my hull, so I stopped.
Shit. No worries, man. That was a good fight, man. Appreciate it. So, I mean, the event is obviously winding down right now. I would love to know, guys, give me some feedback. Like, what did you think of it today? What do you think we could improve? Please don't, like, if there's any suggestions, I ask you to hold off on them right now. Just please put them into, just DM me them for now, if possible. What I want to focus on is what we've actually done today and how we've carried it out.
He's generally thanks for the job.
That works, man.
Question, who's the person who's having issues with their Gladius?
Thank you so much for turning up. That was Toxic Plays. He was having talking balance.
Toxic, tried getting your ship blown up yet?
Just my word.
What a fucking question.
No.
You're wearing a bucket. Bucket of pain.
So I'm now going around Grimhex hangars to search for my because Grimhex security thought it was a nice idea to kill me as I went.
Chong, are you still? Are
Shall
you
we stop
waiting for that?
playing? Do you wanna?
Sorry, say again.
Are you looking for a partner?
Yeah, go for it. Where are you?
I'm 10 clicks out. I'm coming over to you quick.
Yeah, see ya.
Does anyone have any questions from what we covered today at all? Like the countermeasure for decoy etiquette, that kind of stuff?
Somebody should record that.
Yeah.
I started recording on fights.
Oh, really? Well, that's quite. I'm not sure I'm ready to be at that level just yet.
Just kidding. Such events, such information should be handled in events. I think that's the right way. More practice, I guess.
Definitely.
maybe if you can flagging events, so we will be practicing defense, missiles, in which event. Maybe in that way there are people able to joining much more easier to those type of events what they would like to do. But this is just an idea. I don't know, is it possible to do that?
Sorry, can you say that again?
So general my feeling was that so if you creating an event and now that was just dogfighting or something was mentioned, but if you are able to see that we will be practicing example missiles or countermeasures or which type of the dogfight the people is able to preparing that, or maybe you say that this is the first basics course 1, 2, 3, and I can join that. I was on the first and I can join in your second and third in that case because I'm already at the which one. Do you understand me?
Sure. Are you talking more sort of like combat, advice, like, or with the missiles?
Something you flagging the events. So do not just generally talking about which is the dogfight, but if you're able to making and like a small academy, it's we have step 1, 2, 3. I'm finishing the step 1, so I'm not joining back your events if you have the basics again for the absolutely new joiners.
Sure. I mean that's kind of. I mean, not wanting to put it into multiple steps because I don't want to break off people as much as possible. By the way, sorry to interrupt, Chong. You're red.
Yeah, my shields up. Do
you want me to continue, or do you?
Yeah, okay, go on.
Right, execute order 66. I'm using my upstrafe to target you a bit more now, and it's helping me out quite a bit.
In relation to Jackson's
Nice one.
question,
Good
if
job, man.
we make events so specific, it ends up excluding a lot of people. I think that's
Yeah, so
that's
they have a negative impact as well.
yeah.
That's a fair
Because
comment.
then there might only be 3 people. Oh, I want to learn how to do missiles, and like 2 people show up.
Yeah. I think, I mean, it's largely that, for sure. And for something like this, practice is the main thing that we want to send home. And then there's only a few basics that need to be brushed over. So, you know, there's no need for too many steps in that case. And what I'd like to encourage is if you've enjoyed the stuff that we've done here today, certainly by all means, get your mates, bring them in, launch from Grimhex, do this stuff on your own time. You know, there's no saying that you can't do this further on from here.
Yeah, anybody could be joining and creating a small mini events based on that. Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, as events go, this isn't exactly exciting, but I like to think that we're all taking something away from this today. And when we start getting refueling in and stuff like that, we can do some interesting stuff with that. But Topman will be able to tell us how that is with 317.
It's currently not even being tested yet, so don't get too excited.
Ah, shit.
Or is he just bluffing us with his NDA?
No, he's too busy with the rivers.
I'm fishing right now.
I thought that gif was so apt. Can you imagine like desync with fishing? It's like, oh, I've got a bite. Oh wait, fuck, it's gone.
It was fun, guys.
Yeah, thank you for joining, you Warren. That was fantastic to see you, man. And please join us next time.
Definitely, yeah. It's good to do dogfighting and dogfighting practice. That's really nice. That's there's at least some challenge in that. The bounty hunting and that is getting quite boring.
I think
there's a lot to improve.
Oh god, yeah. Tell me about it. I mean, I've been playing this game since 2018, and like, you know, I see people come in picking up joysticks and then they just start flying like Luke Skywalker and getting all the kills, and I'm just like, what am I doing wrong? Really, for me, I feel burnt out a lot of the time when it comes to this game. Actually, my confidence gets really low. I get shot, I go shit, I've done something wrong, and I want to get better. I get like the competitive side of me wants to do more.
Remember, it's not a game, it's a test sandbox. Don't get bogged down with balancing issues. That's why every ship is good. Fly what you want. Don't worry about how it's balanced yet. We'll deal with that later.
Yes, and all the changes between the different flight models and that. So
what is great today probably won't be great next week. So
apart from the Gladius, that's always going to be amazing, especially in Squadron 42, because you know you're going to nukes and vandal with that stuff.
Right, and remember, the Gladius is like the gold standard ship we're all going to be using. That's why it's got to be perfect. It's always get stuff done first. That's why it's solid now and everybody's using it.
You know, League of Legends and Star Citizen is something similar.
They don't, but go on.
They do. They do. Because anything that is busted is going to stay busted so they can make it.
I'm gonna try and think of something that cancels that out. What has been improved? What stayed busted?
Is there? Can you look at my stream for a second?
I certainly can.
Games have been improved.
The thing is, busted to be stronger. Well, I mean, the Saber, for example, had 3 shields initially, and that was reduced down to 2, so that it would be more in line of. Oh my God, what's happening to you?
I don't know what's happening here.
Is this your?
The NPCs are engaging each other here on DreamHack.
Yep.
That's amazing.
I got shot by one.
That's awesome. Shit! Oh, I thought he was dying. Could you loot him if he dies?
I don't know.
That fucking security guard was so lost.
Oh, this guy is already dead. What is he doing with his hands? He surrendered! Look at him!
I wonder if he gets shot anyway.
Bang.
What the fuck is going on here? Why are there like... What's happening with the network? That's like out from a movie, guys.
Yeah, man. Oh.
You enjoying those sticks, Applecrow?
My hands hurt so much.
Carpal tunnel!
Yeah.
Yeah, it's intensive.
Which sticks are you using, the T16000s?
Just got my VKBs.
VKB. Oh, congratulations. Very nice. Where are they based again, VKB? Like, I can't remember.
They're, well, like, they put out a statement saying they're actually, like, they're made in Lithuania and shipped out to China, but I think they're actually based in, I think they're the one that's based in Belarus.
No,
that's Verpal.
Yeah, that's my one. So if I get a problem with my sticks right now, I'm screwed.
No, it's okay. I just got the pedals from there, dude. They're coming through.
Are they still coming through?
Yeah, they're fine. They come with a nice Help Ukraine logo badge on them as well.
I think that stuff is shipped from Lithuania, no? Or from...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah. I think one of the best things I ever did was investing in a good pair of joysticks. I went through 3 pairs of T16000s in my lifetime of Star Citizen gameplay. And one of them lasted like 5 months, but the other 2 lasted like 12. One lasted 12 months, the other 9 months. There's like a plastic bit on the RZ axis that kept on breaking, and the third were just replacements from the second ones that I bought from Amazon. But then eventually I decided to stop buying ships and actually invest in some dual sticks. And I have to say, it turns this game into something completely different. Once you go dual stick,
You don't go back.
yeah, you do not go bad.
Definitely.
And people say, what about the HOTAS? I had a friend of mine who recently, he bought a HOTAS, he didn't believe me, and I said the HOTAS is fine if you're flying something like a Karak, something larger, but something like a smaller fighter, and even large ships, for example, if you're using dual joysticks, you have a much better range of motion that you can achieve, and in some cases more buttons to press. So.
Yeah, and with the Referrals,
how you
get the analog access, and you get so many buttons that you can put all your settings on, like for example the condensators and that stuff. And it's so good to have them really close and handy.
It is. It really is. And I have one of the buttons is switched to a modifier button, so I can press it with my pinky, and then my joysticks go from blue. They've got a blue LED light on them. It changes to orange, and then I know I'm on my modifier set. So my my joysticks have like 56 buttons on them or something, because it's like.
And Ethan, could you share it, your settings, so how you set it up? Because I know it's a lot of different Joy configs, a lot of people using them. But what is this ideal setup? What you are using, example, what you recommend?
Okay, that is.
Would we be able to do that?
Well, ultimately, I could give you my setup, but it won't work for you. The reason is we all have different hand sizes. I have my dad's veterinarian hands. My hands are quite small. And when you're in combat, there's things that you need to reach on your sticks in order, like the main things are your power management, your countermeasures. These are the things that you need to be able to access really quickly. So it depends on how long your thumbs are. You know, it's all down on what works for you really. What works for you might not work for you, but generally
what you mentioned, that was my problem. On the sticks, I have relatively small number of buttons and capabilities to do that. Meanwhile, on the HOTAS, I have on the throttle, I have a lot of settings, but I'm able to set it up. Generally, I'm not using for dogfight. I'm using for cargo and big ships, where that is fine. But yeah, I understanding in the dogfight, maybe you need much more control over the strafing and those type of topics as well. Yeah.
I mean, like I have my left stick does my strafing, so if I put it left, right, or straight left, right, if I push it forward, back, it does the throttle. I mean, it's straight forward and backwards. If I twist, then it'll go up and down, strafe up and down. My right stick will do my pitch, my yaw, and my roll on twist. And then anything after that, I generally have combat stuff on my right stick and everyday stuff on my left stick, because I'm right-handed. And I really recommend that you guys find some kind of system that works for you and just run with it. I tried following, I think it was Hiller. There was some guy online, and I don't know how the hell his brain works, but I couldn't get my head around it. So half the time I was trying to scramble around looking for countermeasures on my sticks when they were in the most awkward place ever. It was kind of weird.
Remember, guys, no matter what equipment you have, no matter what computer you have, mouse, keyboard, joystick, whatever, Star Citizen is a skill-based game. If you're not playing and toning your muscle memory, we really can't do much for you. We can only set up the events like Ethan's doing, but it's up to you guys to get in there and get better. We can't help you do that.
Yeah. And we're gonna, in time, we want to Topman and Wiggles head of air combat, and we're gonna want to start relying on people that are taking part in these kinds of events, and making an effort to improve their skills, so that we can counter and protect. We can counter rival orgs and protect org assets. In an ideal world, but we're far away from that right now.
Yeah, and the reason is it's all fun and games now because it's fake money. You die, who cares? But later, when the game goes to a quote-unquote live status, people are going to be playing with millions of credits, which is translated to thousands of US dollars. US just being a number of users. So to them, it's going to be a little bit more than just a game. It's, you know, their entire savings could be at risk.
Oh,
That's
I
why
hope
you're
not.
doing this.
That would be awful.
It would
Jesus
throw all
Christ.
your eggs in one basket. It's not a good idea, but yep,
Just-
there are guys that trade with everything, and you know, and some people need to raise their game up a little bit, and some people need to kind of chill out a little bit. We get that and find that nice happy medium. But remember, some of these big Hull series ships are gonna be, it's 1,000 per credit. You know, it's $1 is 1,000 UEC. So do the math when you're filling up millions of UEC. It's a lot of money. Whether it's fake or US, maybe they paid US currency to get credits. Who knows? It's big money.
I gotta give it to you. I blacked out.
Javelin.
Yes, can we say
Is that you, Apple?
Yeah.
And with those big ships, you are
Good fight,
flying
man. That was
totally
good fight.
differently.
God,
So you
my hands work so
try
much.
to focusing on safety on